Hi everyone, welcome once again to Investors Club. I hope all of you are doing great with your family. Today we are going to talk about NPS. When I was researching about this topic, I went through several videos and I found them very complicated and uh, some of them had many incorrect information. So, from last almost a week, I have been researching about this topic to find out the accurate information for you. So, let's get going. Uh, First of all, I'd like to brief you a little about the background of NPS. NPS stands for National Pension System. It is a voluntary pension system in India, and it is like PPF and EPF. PPF stands for Public Provident Fund and EPF for Employee Provident Fund. This is also a tax-free instrument. Okay, when I say tax free, it is when you are depositing the money, that is tax free. When you are earning the interest, that is tax free, and when you are getting the money at the maturity, that is also tax free. So that's what it means by EEE, exempt, exempt, exempt. It is administered and regulated by our PFRDA, Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. So, if you are investing in NPS, you don't need to worry about, because even your EPF or PPF are regulated by PFRDA. So it is as secure as our PPF and EPF. However, it is a market linked program, so there is some level of risk involved in NPS when it comes to return. We will talk about later, but let's get going with some background and history. NPS was actually started by government of India with the decision to stop a defined benefit, okay, for our government employees. So in 2004, government of India decided that, okay, uh, uh, we are not going to give any pensions to all the employees whoever is joining after 2004, 1st of April 2004. And for that reason, government of India introduced NPS. It was opened to all citizens of India in 2009, who is in age group of 18 to 65. Later on, it was also opened for OCI and PIO. If you don't know about OCI and PIO, uh, OCI stands for Overseas Citizen of India, and PIO stands for Person of Indian Origin. So OCI is an immigration status, okay, that allows foreign citizens of Indian origin to live, study, or work in India. OCI card holders can visit India anytime and stay as long as they want. So I hope now you understand about OCI. And on the other hand, PIO is an Indian who held an Indian passport any point of time, or whose parents, grandparents, or great grandparents were Indian citizens. So they are called PIO, person of Indian origin. They were also allowed to subscribe for NPS in 2019. Okay, but don't get confused about with these two terms. Uh, they may look similar, but they have a lot of difference. Uh, uh, P- PIO and OCI card holders cannot purchase agricultural land, work or Indian government, or work for an Indian government. They have no voting rights as well. So there are a lot of differences between OCI and PIO. Okay, so this topic is not about OCI and PIO. We'll talk in some other video, but let's get going with our NPS today. I'll give you some statistics about NPS. Okay, as of 31st of December 2020, the number of subscriber had grown substantially to 1 crore 39 lakhs 89,942 subscribers. So it's a huge number. Okay, NPS Some is around grew to 5,34,188 crore as of December. So 5 lakhs crore, the money which has an NPS. 85% of total NPS AUM is accounted for government sector, both central and state government. So this 5,34,188, 85% of the money in this big chunk is coming from government sector, whether it is central government employees or state government employees, and 52% subscribers are also government employees. However, as I said, it is also open for general public who are not working in government uh, job. They can also subscribe this. They only need to be 18 to 65. They need to be Indian citizens or OCI or PIO. Now, how we can get this account opened? Okay, we have two methods of opening NPS account. First of all, we can open it through a POP, which is called point of presence. POP is nothing but a list of banks which are selected by NSDL. Okay, so you can find it on the website. I have given the link here. You can check this link. uh, and you can visit the bank, get the form, and then you can start the NPS. Other process is online process where you can open NPS account by yourself. Only condition is that your Aadhaar card, PAN card, and mobile number must be updated in NSDL database. You can go to eNPS websites, and there you'll find an option to open an account. It is Aadhaar card, PAN card, and mobile number is mandatory requirement, because once you try to open, you will get a verification OTP on your mobile number. So that's why your mobile number must be linked. Now let's talk about types of NPS account. Okay, we have two types of NPA account. One is called Tier 1 account, second one is Tier 2 account. Okay, a Tier 1 account, there are some difference which I have highlighted here in Tier 1 and Tier 2. Tier 1 account can be mixed of employee and employers. Okay, so in Tier 1 account, employer can also contribute, employee can also contribute, or it can be a mixed. Both of them can contribute at the same time. In Tier 2 account, only employee or subscriber has to contribute. Okay, in Tier 1 we have no withdrawal facility, where in Tier 2 we have withdrawal facility for everyone. Now if you see that the tax benefit, we have in tax benefit in Tier 1 account. In Tier 2 account we have no tax benefit. It comes under 80 CCD. Minimum contribution in Tier 1 account is 0. Tier 2 we have 1,000 rupees. Minimum amount to be subsequent contribution is 0 in Tier 1 account. Again in Tier 2 account we have, you have to have 250 rupees. The minimum contribution account balance at the year end is 1,000 in Tier 1, and for Tier 2 it is not applicable. Again, minimum number of contribution 1, and for Tier 2 it is not applicable. Frequency of contribution, you can deposit money as many times as you want. So there is no cap on that. You may find a little difficult to grasp at one side, but try to read it couple of times. You will understand it. Still, if you don't understand, let me know in the comment section. I'll try to answer your question as many as possible. Okay, let's move on.